We used to gather around the TV, talk, pee, get drinks, and by the third commercial, we'd re-huddle back on that couch. It brought us together. I don't remember a lot of my childhood, but I do remember that there was a season where me and my brother hung out in his room and we watched WCW together. Those were good times. We loved that fake shit because it was more than just two sweaty dudes fake slapping each other's chests. Two almost naked sweaty dudes. I don't know why that was necessary, but I do know that was the first time I felt like my brother didn't hate me. He used to try to get me to scratch his back. He'd say in his big dumb voice, "You scratch my back first, and I'll scratch yours." Then by the time it was his turn, he would rest his arm on my back. He scratched the same spot for 17 seconds, and then start snoring. I hated that part, but I never hated getting to spend time with him like that. I felt safe around him. I hung on to his every word, even when he would say things that later I would repeat and would bring me embarrassment. I still hang on to his hilarious words to this day. Because nobody says funnier shit than that guy right there. Because I would have never gotten close to him any other way. Because TV brought us together. And then the commercials is when we would fight and laugh, and sometimes he'd make me cry. I was a pathetic little weenie child. But that's what commercials are for. Bonding. Today I look around the room and I see families completely disconnected. I see people are no longer sitting next to each other or in separate rooms completely. All watching their phones, their tablets. There's no commercials, there's no breaks. And even when we got to take a shit, still a phone. 52 minutes later, you realize you've been done shitting for 51 minutes, but you just forgot. You forgot where you were. You go out, you greet your family, but they are on their devices too. And they hadn't realized that you were gone for so long. We're more disconnected now than ever before, and it shows in our society. Everyone hates each other because Orange Man bad, or Antifa fights the Proud Boys, or Democrats are ruining the country. That's all bullshit. We are ruining our country. We are all accountable. We are all guilty of passing on bad habits, destroying our families, feeding into toxic narratives that you hear on your phones. We are all destroying this nation. Most of us stopped caring for one another long ago. Even our dear friends, block us and never speak to us again over text messages, arguing over whose side you are on. There are no fucking sides. We are all fucking ourselves over together. At least we are united in that. Daughters not speaking to fathers. Sons who refuse to be at family dinner at the same time as their brothers. Forever splitting up the family. Then we wonder why our country is fighting our fellow man. It is because we are all fighting here in our homes, in our families. So of course that's going to overflow into our government. It isn't anyone's fault, and we must all unite to fix it. It starts right here in your hands. The answer is in those social media accounts. And you know what needs to be done to save your child's future and lives. It's just so goddamn hard to let go. But I believe we can do it. And once we all decide it's time for a change, Congress will decide it's time for a change. But you won't do it, will you? You won't delete those social media apps for good, will you? No! It keeps me connected. How will I talk to Uncle Joe without it? We all got excuses. Connect in real life. Uncle Joe lives one city over. Go visit him, you fuck. Commit today that the next time you see Uncle Joe won't be at his funeral. Commit today to making sure that your kid isn't a brainwashed idiot by the time he's old enough to vote. Commit with me, parents. It's the only way we take this country back, and it starts here in our families, not in that phone.